If you only have 24 hours in a day, your success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You got to hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened? My 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And that's all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me and you let me look at it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
Ain't that right? Ain't that the truth? 24 hours is the same for each and every one of us. My name is Ali Madawi, and I am the Global Master Trainer of the Young Entrepreneur Project and your host with the Avocado Toast. I got a little bit of a change of a scenery, and I'm really, really excited to see each and every one of you this morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be around the world, as we're just coming back from Jamaica, and oh my goodness, we've had a blast. So let me say good morning, Samara. Hey, what's going on? Sweden is in the house. Hey, Weenie from Sydney, so glad to have you in here. Good morning to good morning. So you may want to tag someone who needs to hear this message today, because we're going to talk, when is the time right, or when is the time in right? I always talk about, you got to understand there's a difference between time and time in, and in reality, they're both coexisting, but they're both different. Sometimes people don't get in business with us because the timing isn't right in their lives, right? In other periods of time, it's just they claim, and I insist on claim, they don't have time. And here's the truth, or the reality of it all, is that we all have the same exact time. As a matter of fact, there's 168 hours in a week, and everybody claims that we don't have time, but how much of those days you're spending watching Netflix or watching, TV shows or sporting events or whatever the case may be? Now, if you're satisfied with your lifestyle, man, God bless, I'm happy for you. That's the whole point of living a life within your own means, within your own measures, within your own core values. But I will tell you this. If you are not satisfied in any area of your life, you're going to have to give something up, because it's not a question of, is the time right now? The question is, am I willing to dedicate the time for that I claim is the appropriate thing for me? If you are not committed to your journey, you're never going to have time. I'm just being straight up with you. You're going to come up with reasons and or excuses. But if you are committed to your journey, if you're committed to the path, if you are committed to those that are around you whom you've said, I promise you, this is it. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to make this thing happen. How much time did you dedicate today to irrelevant content in social media? Going through videos, swiping left and right, and scrolling up and down and looking up for things that added zero value in your life. That was time that you could have actually used to increase a skill, work out, eat better, make food, and save on that money that you're going to spend on your Starbucks or whatever it is on your way to work. So a lot of people, including myself, have many times over came up with these ideas and ideologies that I got to make sure everything is right in my life in order to do something great in my life. But I'm here to tell you, it's never the right time. It's like, a baby. A baby decides to come into this world whenever the time is right for the baby, not for you. And you don't say, I'm not ready. Let me wait until, we have everything ready in the house and then we can have this baby. No, you just do what you need to do, right? You get prepared in real time. Same thing goes for your success. Same thing goes for your momentum. Same thing goes for your business. You just have to make a decision that I will no longer allow anything to get in the way, and I will remove anything and everything that is in the way. I've done that for myself. And you know what's true? What's funny? I ate when I was dead broke, and I ate when I was on my peak on my business, right? I slept and survived and figured out how to be happy. And while I was dead broke, while I had a full-time job, while I worked 90 hours, and while I have all the time in the world. And the common denominator was my focus and priorities. My focus and priorities. What was my priority in making this thing come into fruition? Is this important to me or is it not? And if it was not important to me, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what it was. I have people that call me every single day. Invest in crypto and this and that. Nope, don't care for it. It's not a priority for me. I just don't care for it. So it doesn't matter how much billions it can make you. I don't care for it. It's not a priority for me, right? That's why I'm not willing to make the time. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad industry or bad business. Please don't get the message twisted. What I'm telling you is because it's not a priority for me, I don't make time for it. Same thing goes in here. So let me ask you the question of the day, right? Or la question du jour, right? The question is, are you prioritizing your core values, your lives, your milestones that you are asking about, that you are talking about, that you are claiming, and making the time for those things that you must do, not only once, not only every now and then, but every single day? Are you willing to receive the no's? Because those very same people who tell me, I kid you not, the very same, oh, I'm very busy, I don't have time, are those people who are posting about sporting events. Those people are posting about political arguments. Like, I thought you didn't have the time. Those people that when I get the chance to catch up with, hey, what's going on? What's new? No, man, my wife and I are, checking out this Game of Thrones. I think that show is over like a year ago, whatever. But they know, every artist and every singer and watching this and watching that. I thought you didn't have time. See, it's not the time that you didn't have. It's the priorities that weren't in order. So I ask of you, I advise you, I encourage you to set your priorities straight. I love to be with family as much as I possibly can. But because my priorities and responsibility to make sure that my family have the best life that I can provide to them, the best opportunities, I have to compromise in certain areas and say, nope, you guys go to the water park today. I'm staying home. I'm doing a Yup Daily. I'm catering to my audience. I'm sending an email. I'm prospecting. I'm adding, tagging, and messaging. I'm enrolling people into my business. So what is your priority? What is the time that you claim that you don't have? What are you doing throughout the whole day? You're telling me that from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, you are on a computer or on the phone or working with your hands, and you have no chance to enhance any skill set. Because when I worked at Ruby Tuesday, back in 2008 and 2009, and guess what? I worked 90 hours a week. Sure did. And I was proud of that. And then once I got an opportunity that came into my life, I made the time. It was 15 minutes, like every 3 to 4 hours. But those 15 minutes, there was a 3-way call that was taking place. When I had a day off, I worked on my videos. I called people. Yes, I used to call people too. Right? I set up home meetings on that 1 hour a week that I had in the house. I even had, home meetings like, listen, I'm not saying that that's the way to go or not, but I'm saying I had home meetings after hours. It was all bartenders and, restaurant people that I knew they were working until after hours. So 10 o'clock, 10:30, I would have people come over and then we're having presentations. But I did what I had to do. I made the time while most people said, I'm exhausted. I want to go home and sleep. Well, your priorities are not in order. You're not making the time. You'll never have time, by the way. Like that's just make that a consensus. People are like, I know you're busy. Nope, don't insult me. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're insulting me by saying I'm busy. I'm organized. I operate on a schedule. I operate on a calendar. That is the way that I stay organized. That's how I keep priorities. That's how I keep my time always available. The question is, are you in my priorities, right? That's why some people's like, Ali, I got to Zoom with this company. I'm like, nope, don't have the time for it. That means that my priorities are focused on my company, on my business, on my tribe, on my team, right? On my organization. So make the time and watch the time be available to you, or make up excuses. Now, I'm not being disrespectful in here. I'm not trying to insult you. What I am trying to tell you is you're going to have to make an honest decision. And that decision starts right here and right now. Enough with the BS. And by the way, BS means beautiful stories. Beautiful stories that you keep telling yourself as to why you can't do something. You're sitting in front of a kid. I am a kid. I'm an 18-year-old American who happens to be 35, almost 36 in less than a month. I came here saying me no English. I came here not knowing anything or anyone. And here I sit before you doing all the things that I do every single day. Don't tell me you can't. Don't tell me you don't have time. I'll be honest with you. I mean, if you're a grown man or a grown woman in a civilized world where internet is pretty much everywhere, where anyone can be anything they want to be on a social media world, don't tell me you can't. And if you do, I mean, how long have you had that problem already? What are you willing to do about it? Because otherwise, what you're telling me is I'm just going to settle for my mediocrity. I'm going to sit here and say I'm sad. The dog that sits on that, on that nail in the porch, and the nail keeps hurting the dog, and the owner will move the dog away and say, hey, sit here. There's a nail. And the dog will go right back and sit on the nail and says, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, and keep on howling. It is time. It is time. Don't tell me you don't have it. Tell me I decided not to do it. I respect that. Tell me I don't have it as a priority in my life right now. I respect that. But what I don't respect is making up excuses and saying I don't have time. Yes, you do. You're just doing other things. Playing baseball or softball nights, and rather having just the time of your life. That's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I know people who are literally making less than $50,000 a year, but they're happier than some people who are making $1 million. But because they're satisfied and extremely happy with what they have. I don't equate money to happiness. What I do equate is fulfillment, impact for everybody around us. If you're saying I'm just satisfied with taking my car from point A to point B, I'm satisfied with my happy meal every single day, that's okay. But is that really what your calling was? Is that what you're supposed to be doing on this earth? I think you have a better, bigger calling in life, and you owe it to everybody around you. See, I'm proud to be the change for my family. My family doesn't come from wealth and wealth accumulation and businesses, but I'm that change. I'm the first one who's setting up a brand new trajectory to the Medawis, and I'm very proud of that. So I see here somebody lost connection. Anybody see me and hear me okay? I see everybody good. So please make the time. Hey, a few things. I know this is the first one since we've been in Jamaica, but number one, there is a business tour that's going to be announced soon. 3 strategic cities and states. And this is going to be an all-out, anything and everything you could imagine, business development, digital, online business development, how to scale your business. And it's going to be an all-day event. And I'm bringing the Calvary. I'm bringing some of the best from across the country. And this is going to be within the next, all right, I'm going to stop because I'm about to give it all out. But I will be, and we will be announcing it in the next couple of days. So it's going to be a business tour that myself and our business coaches are going to be doing across the country. And I cannot wait for you to experience it with us. Number 2, on these daily trainings that I'm going to be doing, I'm bringing those very same amazing master coaches. You're going to be seeing them often because they're impeccable. I mean, created success in their own lanes, whether it's digital or not. But you're going to be hearing strategies, techniques, hands-on trainings, and that's going to be every single day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, a business tour, and many of my business coaches and gurus that we have in our community are going to be sharing this platform with me on the Yup Daily every single day. and so many more amazing surprises. For those of you who are already involved with our Young Entrepreneur Project community, and for those of you who are wondering what is that, is the world's greatest entrepreneurial community where you can start, grow, or scale a business, or you can monetize any of the verticals that we have at a low cost as well. But that aside, for those of us who are already within our community, you do not want to miss our 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, because we have an amazing and incredible celebratory, not only celebratory announcement, but we have so many amazing things that are available for you. So you too can achieve your milestones. So you too can achieve your core values and live life the way you desire it. So make sure that you are live and available at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For everybody else, man, hit up the person who gave you access to this information, or hey, I'm here for you too, and say, how can I take advantage of the Young Entrepreneur Project so I too can start, grow, or scale a business? Because the digital world ain't waiting for you. The question is, are you ready for it? The time is now. I appreciate and love each and every one of you, and I'll see you all later. Take care, everybody.